If you're a caregiver for an elderly parent or relative and you struggle mentally with that, then you've come to the right channel. My name's Kevin Wilson, and I am a caregiver. Be sure to hit that like button so we can reach more people in the algorithm, and hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my other videos. If you've been to the channel before, then you know that this isn't the usual content that I create. The content that I normally create is more geared towards gaming and having fun. Well, the channel's taken a turn, and the reason for that is I want to kind of help other people who are like me, who struggle being a caretaker and having to take care of an elderly parent or relative, and what that entails. So what does that entail? What does it mean to be a caretaker? A caretaker is anybody who, as the title states, cares for another person. Being a caretaker for an elderly parent or relative can be one of the most rewarding things a child or a relative ever does for someone. It can also be the most stressful. One of the biggest struggles that a caretaker deals with is frustration. If you have dealt with frustration, you're not alone. Everybody does, and it's perfectly normal. The most important thing to remember is you have to take care of yourself as much as the other person that you're caring for. What does it look like to care for yourself while taking care of someone else? It means being somewhat selfish and putting yourself first. It means asking for help when you need it. It means sharing responsibility with someone else. There are family caregivers who care for their relative or parent strictly at home. I was asked the other day, does it still make me a caregiver if my mother is in a facility? Absolutely it does. It's a different kind of caregiving. You are still responsible to make sure that they're being taken care of properly. It's still your responsibility to see that their affairs are looked after and that the people around them are acting in their best interest. So yes, you are still a caregiver. The type of care that I give my mother differs probably from you. My mother does not have dementia. She does not have Alzheimer's. My mother is a stage 4 breast cancer survivor and suffers from peripheral neuropathy. She's in constant pain, and it bothers her that she can't do the things that she used to do. It upsets her that she can't cook a meal like she used to. It bothers her that wearing shoes has become more of a chore than a blessing. If I'm struggling, I know there are other caregivers out there that also struggle. My goal is to help you. So what am I doing to do that? Well, for starters, I'm building an online program called Caregivers Care that will help other caregivers like myself who are struggling with all stages of caregiving, whether it's beginning stage of caregiving or end of stage caregiving. Caregivers Care is a program that's going to be designed by other caregivers who've taken the time to talk to me and tell me what it is that they wish to see in an online program geared towards caregivers. In this program, you will find coping mechanisms. You will find methods on how to deal with the difficult days. You will find methods on how to deal with them refusing to eat. There are ways to achieve those goals without you, the caregiver, losing your sanity. It can be very frustrating when you have a parent that is refusing to eat or refusing to get in the shower. We've all been there. I've been there, and I know that you've been there. What this program will be designed to do is to give you methods that could help alleviate some of that stress. I am taking the time to talk to other caregivers and asking them what it is that they want to see, what it is that they wish they had known prior to agreeing to becoming a caregiver. And in some cases, you don't agree to become a caregiver, it just happens. One of the biggest things that I want to get across in this program is that you are not alone. There are thousands and thousands of other caregivers who are struggling. So who is this program for? This program is specifically for people who are family caregivers. You are the person that I am building this program towards. So why should you join Caregivers Care? Who am I to be giving advice to anybody? I have experience in the caregiving field. I was part of a high school work program that gave us the opportunity to volunteer in certain areas of the local hospital. I was put into a cognitive day program for elderly patients with dementia or Parkinson's, or just elderly folks that needed to get out of the house for a couple hours. That started me on this journey. I've always wanted to spend time with the more older people in my family. I always wanted to spend time with the older people that I knew. And that's because they have a lot to teach us if we're willing to listen. So why should you listen to me? You don't have to, but I've been where you are. I'm currently where you are. And I hope that some of my experiences can help you deal with the everyday aspects of being a caregiver. And I'm building this program as much for me as I am for you.